integration in logical learning.
Today we will talk about animals. Birds are flying, warm-blooded vertebrates that have more than 10,400 species that fall under the class Aves. They have 2 eyes, a 4-chambered heart like human beings, and 4 limbs modified into feathery wings. Birds use their forelimbs for flying purpose and hind limbs for resting or perching. Birds lay hard-shelled eggs that need warm conditions to hatch. Even with such a large number of species, there are approximately 1,000 extinct species of birds acquired from fossils. With such large variety of species, all birds produce a single-celled egg, incubated, hatch, and later join the adult bird groups. Some birds even migrate during their life cycle. Let's look at the different stages of the life cycle of a bird. Here are some body parts of birds: eye, head or crown, wings, tail, beak, belly and claws. Life cycle of a bird. The egg, stage 1. All birds begin their lives inside an egg, mostly white, yellow, hard-shelled covering outside the growing bird embryo. The number of eggs laid and the size of eggs vary from one species to another. Some birds lay 1 egg while other birds lay more than 1 egg. A bird called gray partridge is known to lay around 20 eggs. The eggs are incubated by one of the parent birds for the embryo to develop into a chick. A hard bony structure forms on the baby bird's beak, which is called the egg tooth. In order to hatch, the baby bird uses the egg tooth to break the eggshell. The hatching, stage 2. After the bird has come out of the egg, the newly hatched bird is called a hatching. A hatching is covered in soft features and is unable to fly in this stage. Due to its helpless nature, a hatchling comes prey to many large predators. They need extreme parental supervision to develop and grow in this stage. When a hatchling is growing and fed by parents inside the nest is called nestling. The nestling stage 3. In this stage, the bird tries to fly and show certain flight characteristics. When a nestling develops its flight abilities and is prepared to take its first flight, the bird is called fledgling. The fledgling, stage 4. A fledgling has fully grown feathers and strong muscles wings. Even though they have all these features, fledglings are still under the care of their parents for some time. In this stage, the bird flies out of the nest but not long distances. The time period of this stage in birds varies from one stage to another. The juvenile, stage 5. Juvenile birds leave the nest and are independent. In this stage, the juvenile bird undergoes its first plumage and looks closer to an adult bird. A plumage is the layer of feathers that covers the exoskeleton of a bird. The juvenile birds are incapable of breeding in this stage. The plumage in this stage is soft and gets replaced after phases of molting. Stage 6, the subadult. In this stage, the young birds are still not fully developed as they do not have adult plumage. In this stage, young birds are not sexually mature as well. Again, this varies depending on the kind of species of birds. Some bird species sexually mature in this stage, while some do not. Stage 7, the adult. The adult bird has definite plumage and is sexually mature. In this stage, the bird is able to mate and perform breeding. Features of birds. Birds are beautiful animals that can fly. Their body is divided into 3 parts: head, trunk and a tail. They have 2 pairs of limbs, the legs and the wings. Birds have legs but no hands. Their wings are covered with feathers. Many birds can fly with the help of their wings. The mouth of bird is called a beak, but they don't have teeth. But birds itself distinguish with each other. Following are the features that distinguish birds from other animals and themselves too. Feathers, beak, feet and claws. Let us learn about different types of birds and their feathers, beaks, feet and claws. Different kinds of feathers. All birds have bodies covered with feathers. Each bird has different kinds of feathers that help it to do different things. There are three kinds of feathers. Flight feathers. Flight feathers help birds to fly. They are found on the wings and the tail. Body feathers. Body feathers are colored feathers which cover the body of the bird. Down feathers. Down feathers are soft and fluffy feathers found close to the body of a bird. They help birds to keep their bodies warm. Different types of beaks. Birds use their beaks to catch and eat food. Different birds have beaks with different shapes which helps them eat different kinds of foods. Different types of nests. Most birds build nests to lay eggs and protect their babies. They use grass, straws, twigs and leaves to build their nest. They use their beaks to build nests. For example, tailor bird uses its beak to stitch leaves to build a nest. Different birds build different kind of nests. Many birds build their nest in trees, but there are some birds like a peacock and a duck who build their nest on the ground. Only cuckoo do not build nests, they lay eggs in the nest of a crow. Migration. When the weather of a place becomes unsuitable for birds, they fly away to other places. They come back when the weather changes again. This process is called as migration, and the birds are called migratory birds. In winter, when it is very cold in Siberia, the Siberian cranes fly to India. They go back when it is warm in Siberia. The longest distance migration is done by Arctic term. They fly from Arctic North Polar region to Antarctic South Polar region. Hopefully this video will be helpful to you. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.